Hello, hello, people of Earth 1 or Earth Prime or Earth 69, the kinkiest of Earths, whichever you prefer. I'm Tootytron, and I'm here today to talk to you about this month's Siege tune, Senor Ultraman. He does kind of look like a senor to me, I'm not sure. I'm in my PJ pants, my fuzzy socks, my old man sweater. Guys, I'm the sexiest I've ever been in my life, and you get me for like the next 30-ish minutes. So, I hope you don't bust a nut or something. Just a heads up. And a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you for being you. Starting next month, when I do these character previews for the Siege character of the month, I'm gonna not release them day one of the sale. I'm going to release them to my patrons day one of the sale, and I will release this either, I think the last day of the sale is when I will be releasing these from now on. That might change in the future, I'm not sure, but as of right now, patrons get first access. So if you're not on that train yet, now's the time to get on it. You dig? Alright, I got my coffee. It's like midnight 30, and I'm drinking caffeine, so this is to keep my throat nice and moist for you. Alright, so let's stop jibber jabbering and get into it. Yeah. I just bought his pack, so we're gonna keep ranking him up little by little. Until we get to legendary, or at least until we run out of fragments, basically. Looks like I'll have enough for L1. 1 second. Shoot, I can't pause the video. I think I don't want to do this at just L1 right now. I don't want to do it at just L1. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop this video real quick. Okay. I have restarted the series. I went and bought another pack just because I actually really like this character. I don't really care for him lore-wise, but I do think his kit is going to synergize really well with my Supergirl Dr. Fate combo. So I went and bought another pack. Now, I just stopped the video real quick so I didn't... You guys... Oh, what is happening right now? That is not what I wanted to click. Ah! What did I click? I clicked the freaking rank up button. Okay. Thanks, guys. Let's not do that again, shall we? Let's get back to him. There he is. Okay. We're gonna rank him up. Cool. Thank you for working this time. I appreciate it. One more time. L3. Here we go. So, I've already got most of him ringed out already. We're going to ring out this last one real quick. I don't have a lot of blue rings. I saved them up all month for this. Kept ringing them out as time went by. I'm probably going to have like 5 left. Nope, I had actually a few more left. Alright, cool. So... Ultraman. Let's talk about him for a second. He is a taunter. He's a special damage taunter. Energy special damage taunter. He's an alien. He's not a Kryptonian. Like, lore-wise, he's a Kryptonian. In the game, he's not a Kryptonian. So, General Zod will not get a buff from Ultraman. So... He kind of does the job that Mr. Miracle does, but better. Mr. Miracle's known for throwing debuffs back at your enemy, which is really nice against like stun teams, for instance. The only problem is that Ultraman doesn't do it passively like Mr. Miracle does. So if you stun Ultraman, I think you're still gonna stun him, and he's gonna maintain that stun, which is useful, I guess, but it's also kind of annoying for people like me who have bought him. But I think he's going to hit pretty hard. I think he's going to survive. I've kind of played around with him a little bit at rank 4 without being legendary. And he does take some hits pretty well, even before legendary. So that's really nice to see. His his legendary look is pretty clean. Looks much better than his normal look. Got that big U on his cape, which is nice to see. All right, so let's look at his abilities real quick. Actually, first, before we do that, let's look at his stats. So his stats. Super low strength. Who cares? He doesn't use physical damage, which is nice. Kind of a low agility, though. That is really low agility. Stamina, through the roof. Love it. Intelligence. I'm curious. That's not super high intelligence, but he's also a special damage tank. So, like, he's not supposed to really dish out the damage. He's supposed to be able to absorb it pretty well and recover. Health is high, very high. No, most of the time, on average times, the HP ends up at like 28,000 HP. So that's nice that he exceeds that by a significant amount. His speed is 115. So he's not the fastest character out there, but he's also not the slowest character. And then his crit chance is actually exceedingly low, and so is his crit value. So, like, if you put him on a crit team, don't expect much from him, basically, is what that... We're going to experiment a little bit with it, but I don't expect a whole lot from it. We'll see. We'll see. So, now let's look at his abilities. Ultra Strength. This is his basic ability. Special damage to an enemy. If Ultraman is debuffed, we're transferring 3 of those debuffs to the target that you're attacking. Otherwise, if you're not debuffed, you get extra 50% damage, which is pretty nice. Not going to lie. That's pretty awesome. Kryptonian... Well, actually, let's look at the upgrade point. If Ultraman is still debuffed, we're going to transfer 3 more debuffs to the same target. So that's 6 debuffs right off the bat on your target if you're covered in debuffs. Otherwise, you're going to apply 5 crit damage downs on that enemy. So basically, you're always, if you take this legendary point, you're always going to apply debuffs to the enemy, whether you have them or not. I like the crit damage down, I really do, because then you're kind of neutering those critical hit characters. You're going to help protect yourself a little bit better against characters like Wonder Girl. Not so much those red characters like Higher Gun Deadshot, because you are a green affinity character, and the affinity bonus in this game is enormous. So I'm not really worried about taking shots from reds unless they're bleeders, but also because even if they're bleeders, I'm just going to throw those debuffs right back at them. So who cares, right? Kryptonian Recharge, or Kryptonite Recharge, sorry, I read that wrong. We are gaining Taunt, 3 intelligence ups, 4 stamina ups, and 4 mends. So there's a shit ton of buffs on this ability, which is kind of scary because Wonder Girl exists. That's crazy. Like, just because somebody exists, it's like, maybe I should not gear this ability up as much. But this is going to help him take all those hits because he's going to gain... The stamina up is going to increase his health pool. His int up is going to increase his special damage, attack and defense, which is really nice. And then the mends are there as well to boost his health up even more, which is awesome. Black Manta is going to counter this, unfortunately. Wonder Girl is going to counter this, unfortunately. So we want to either, 1, find a way to protect him from those characters, or 2, whatchamacallit, just avoid those characters altogether. The legendary point, if Ultraman is below 50% health, he's going to gain an overheal. And so heals are based off of intelligence, right? The higher the healer's intelligence, the bigger the heal, right? So since Ultraman is a special damage character, he's going to have that higher intelligence. So I'm hoping that this heal is a little bit bigger than like World's Greatest Detective heal, who has almost no intelligence. So his heal isn't really a heal. It's more like a, here's some turn meter. So yeah, that's a good ability. Alright, so his third ability, Ultra Vision. Special damage to all enemies. Doesn't say a lot, right? you kind of want this point. I actually already know I'm going to take this point first because 25% chance to apply, or 25% per enemy alive to apply buff immunity to all enemies. So basically, if you open with this ability and you haven't knocked anybody out yet, you're guaranteed to get debuff immunity, or buff immunity, buff immunity on all enemies, which is huge. Because one, you're going to stop Lex teams in their tracks. Two, you're going to prevent people like Power Girl from being able to gain a bunch of strength ups or a taunt. Wonder Girl's not going to be able to passively gain her strength and crit ups. Like, AoE buff immunity is huge. No character in the game has that yet. 0. That's probably why they attach the 25% chance per enemy alive, so that way it's not terribly OP. Like, you get this guaranteed at the beginning of the fight, but you don't have it guaranteed the rest of the fight, because by the time this move is up again, you've probably killed an enemy or two. So it kind of balances it in a way, if that makes any sense to you. We're gonna not listen to that chat. Bang is an energy drink, not R-rated stuff. Alright, cool. So, his first passive ability, when an enemy dies, we reset the cooldown of Kryptonian Recharge, which is pretty cool, actually, because one, that means that he can taunt again and maintain that taunt. Two, he's going to increase his survivability even more. And three, he's going to draw that aggro away from other people. So his legendary point is to gain 3 mens as well passively. So basically, anytime an enemy dies, you're going to get some mens right off the bat. You don't have to, like, use his Kryptonian Recharge or Kryptonite Recharge in order to gain more mens. You already have them because they just died. So that's kind of nice. I don't know if I want to take that right away, because this 5th ability is really good too. So, passive ability. If a teammate is debuffed at the end of their turn, 75% chance to transfer 2 of those debuffs to a random enemy. Also transfer 2 extra debuffs to a random enemy if the teammate is a villain. So he's going to synergize with villains really nicely, especially with this upgrade point. When Corruption Transfer activates, Ultraman uses Ultra Strength on a random enemy if the teammate is a villain. So you want to pair him with villains because this is an out-of-turn attack. And out-of-turn attacks are huge. They can turn the tide of a fight, especially if Ultraman has debuffs on him. This will give him chance to shed more of those debuffs. And then if he doesn't have debuffs, he's going to do shit tons of damage, right? So, yeah. Cover my teammates in debuffs. Why don't you? Because I'm going to destroy you because of it. That's how I look at that, basically. Okay, so let's pick some legendary points, right? I'm debating taking this one because I want to show people how good that heal is, but at the same time, since this is like a test video, I'm not sure if I'll probably be below 50% health at one point, but it's not a guarantee, you know? He's a very tanky character already. I know that from just using him before this sale came out. So I'm going to definitely go with this one, for sure. Because without that legendary point, his 3rd ability kind of it's not useless, but it's a hell of a lot less useful. Because all it is just damage at that point, AoE damage, which can be nice for clearing like Donna Troy awarenesses, but like if an ability doesn't do anything except for damage, put the legendary point on it, because that's going to make that ability worth using. I also want to do this one because it's an out-of-turn attack. And out-of-turn attacks are awesome. So that's like numero uno prioritato, I don't know, Italian or whatever. And then I'm also debating on 1 because that's an extra 3 debuffs to throw at somebody. And if you don't have Hal Jordan on your team, there's a very good chance you're going to get covered in a lot of debuffs. If you're up against like Green Arrow teams, debuffs everywhere. if you're up against bleed teams, debuffs everywhere. So Swamp Thing, you can throw his bleeds back on him, basically, or heal immunity, because you kind of want to kill Swamp Thing with heal immunity. And then there's this heal. So I'm a little worried. I'm a little conflicted. But here's the thing. I'm gonna go with the heal. I don't recommend going with the heal right away because of the fact I think the 1 is better. If I could pick a legendary order, I would go 3, 5, 1, 2, 4. Because of the fact that 1 is going to be more useful to you. Since Siege is ending in like 3 days or so, I'm okay with taking the heal for now because I know I'm going to get enough fragments to get that number 1 later. And I do want to take him L5 minimum, potential rebirth if I really like him, because he's going to fit really well with that Supergirl, Dr. Fate team that I love so much. Okay, let's do this. Let's show some synergies that I have concocted previously to this. Alright, so here is the Fate team that I'm thinking of, because Ultraman does special damage. So we brought Harley Quinn to do intelligence downs. We brought Dr. Fate to do intelligence ups. Whatchamacallit. But why would I put another taunter on the team, you probably are wondering. Well, Ultraman is not a turn 0 taunter, so that's unfortunate, and I don't want my Dr. Fate or my Supergirl to get sniped right away. So we're going to double taunt this. As soon as Harley Quinn loses her taunt, Ultraman's going to pick his up, basically how that goes. Or, even better, Ultraman taunts while Harley Quinn is still taunting. In that case, I'll have less people hitting Harley, and more people they're sharing the damage at that point, which is nice too. So yeah, that's gonna how that works out. The reason I want it on Dr. Fate is because on auto, I normally pair Fate and Supergirl with Atrocitus, because that way it forces Supergirl to use her basic attack and put heal immunity on everyone, so that Dr. Fate can do his out of turn attack on their turns, right? But if Ultraman opens with his 3 on his on auto, then I actually don't have to worry about Supergirl opening with her basic, because no character ever opens with their basic, except for maybe sometimes Red Hood. I don't know. So his 3 is going to open the fight. She gets to crit chance down everybody, which is really nice. So that means more damage mitigation for my team. And then Fate now has the opportunity to use his out of turn attack off of Ultraman, and then Supergirl can save her basic for later, basically, how that works. So I really like the fact that they gave me another option with my Dr. Fate team. Alright, this is my Lex team, because Lex is a very good leader now, and I want to be able to get those intelligence ups for Ultraman so he can survive better, dish out more damage, etc., etc. Also gain those heals that's going to keep him alive even better. Also, Lex and Ocean Master are both villains, which, if you look at my Fate team, the only other villain is Harley Quinn, so he's not going to benefit from his out-of-turn attack as often. Okay, but this team, if either Ocean Master or Lex become debuffed, then Ultraman can come in and use his out-of-turn attack to protect them, basically. Ocean Master does clear off debuffs, which I'm not conflicted about that. Because at the same time, if nobody has debuffs on the team, Ultraman dishes out extra damage. So benefits to being debuffed and benefits to not being debuffed. Both ways work out. The thing with Lex teams is you want to be quicker, because if you're a Lex team versus a Lex team, the faster character wins, right? If I brought Reverse Flash or Wally West Flash out here, I would guarantee my team to basically the whole team get a turn before the enemy even gets one. So Orm is going to have to act as my fast character on this team, because I don't want to put either Reverse Flash or the Flash or Wally West Flash on the team because I've already got 2 greens on the team. I don't need another green. I would really like to use Jay Garrick on this because Jay Garrick is fast. He is a red affinity character, which I don't have on this team. I know he is considered garbage, but he's not garbage. Not on a Lex team, at least, because he'll grant you that first turn for everybody, basically. So that's that, like, mindset there. He's just not geared. My Jake Garrick is just not geared yet, which is why I'm not using him. This is my Sinestro team, which it's kind of a revive team, but I'm curious how this would work because Sinestro White Lantern grants you turn meter when you get debuffed, right? So it's basically like I'm going to get debuffed and then I'm going to get this extra turn meter, which will allow Ultraman to potentially get his out of turn attack off better. It has more survivability because it's a revive team. Lobo's on the team, who's a taunter and a villain, which is nice to see. Sinestro's a villain. And then Mary Shazam. I have Mary Shazam because it's really hard to have a White Lantern Sinestro lead team without her, because she basically makes this synergy so freaking good that I don't want to pull her off. If I did pull her off, I'd put in a blue villain, but I haven't quite figured out which one I would prefer. Probably Silver Banshee, so that way when my characters die, I apply buff immunity to the enemy team, which will severely gut them. Alright, and then this team, which, this is my villain team, right? I needed a Mystic Affinity character, which is why Eclipso's on the team. I don't know necessarily if Eclipso's going to stay there. I think probably Donna Troy would be the better choice just because Owlman is basically a Steppenwolf without a leadership, and Donna Troy is going to keep the team protected a little bit better. I like the Brainiac Owlman combo because the thing you couldn't do with Steppenwolf was have Brainiac be your leader, because you can only have one leader, right? Brainiac plus non-leadership Steppenwolf equals Wonder Girl protection from your massive amount of buffs that are rolling around, right? And I know Ultraman doesn't have the highest crit damage or output, but we're just going to test the waters and see how good it is, even though his stats are significantly lower. And we can alter these teams as we go. But this is just like my initial thoughts on a team. Alright, so let's hit the PvP. Yes, shall we? So we're 2 days away from finishing up Siege here. Let's see where I'm at. I'm at 122, but I have 6 energy, so that's probably going to go down to about like a 100-ish. So that's about 730 fragments, which is enough for L5 because I bought 2 packs. If I didn't have 2 packs, I'd be like 60 shards short of L5, I think, something like that. Let's do a 23,000 team first, just so we have an idea of mechanics, right? It's Hal Jordan, so the debuffs are not going to be aplenty. So let's do this team first. We're not trying to necessarily debuff them, we're just trying to survive and kill them. I love coffee. It tastes so good. It smells so good. Keeps me awake. I'm a night owl. That's why I'm an owl. Alright, so Orm gets the first turn. Orm is the fastest character on the team. When I shield, I'm also going to gain buffs, which is going to gain me overheal, which is going to give me so much cool shit. Because they all have debuff immunity, I'm not going to open with my 3, because there's no point, right? So let's open with our taunt. Even though Donna Troy is already taunting, this just gives us that extra damage mitigation. They get to alternate who they want to attack now. And because we're all shielded, Orm is going to go off on his out-of-turn attack, which is also quite nice. Alright. I got 3 people silenced. All of them have gotten rid of their debuff immunity, hell yeah. I'm gonna turn meter down this Power Girl. And here we're gonna cast our AoE. Do some buff immunity on everybody. Tasty. Alright, so let's stun Etrigan. Ooh, look at that. Our shield is up again because Dom Troy's on the team. And we're full overheal. Hell yes. Remove that death immunity. We get an out of turn attack from... I should move my face to this corner. Out of turn attack away from Orm. We're going to taunt again. That's more buffs, more overheals, more intelligence ups. I haven't attacked really with him yet. I should do that. Let's just silence Etrigan. And then taunt. And now we'll use our basic here if we get a turn. Okay. Let's use our basic with a fat stack of intelligence ups. We had the affinity disadvantage there, so Etrigan isn't going to like get massively hurt from that, which is unfortunate, but so be it. I do like that team. That was a good team. I wish I could fit in some sort of physical affinity character, but I'm not too worried about it. So there's a Black Adam on this team. And I'm curious how well how much damage Black Adam would do to my Ultraman, because Ultraman has the affinity disadvantage, but he's also a special damage, high intelligence character. So, let's see here. Let's do... Let's do my revive comp, just in case. So that way, if I do get killed by Black Adam, I'll come back. I am very happy to see a rebirthed Ravager. She is a beautiful character, very underrated character in my mind. I think she is a really, really good character. So I can't really, like, talk more about how good of a character she is if, you know. I've already done a 2D tune on her, so yeah. AoE buff immunity. Awesome. We're gonna give everybody speed ups with her. Ba-boom. Oh, look at that. We didn't do any damage. But Ravager did. Wow, Ravager kicked some ass there. Whatchamacallit. The Black Adam didn't do like any damage, but Rebirth Ravager did, who has the affinity disadvantage. That blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind. I don't know how that's possible. Don't know how. I'm gonna actually... This is why Ravager's so good. She silenced me, so now she has debuff immunity on the character's turn who has the affinity advantage against her. I could probably kill her right now if she didn't have damage immunity. Like, how great. Ugh. So good. And I threw that silence onto Black Adam. Lobo's back at it again. He doesn't have any white vans, but he's back at it. And then I'm gonna turn meter heal Senior Ultra. Oh, shnikey. Alright. Beautiful. Done. That was good. I really liked that. Granted that Black Adam's only L1, I get it, but his power level was G11. He had a G11 power level. That does not reduce, just because he didn't have the legendary points in there, it does not reduce the amount of damage that he would have dealt as a special damage, fully geared Black Adam. Let's see, what about this 8 to 14 comp? There's no taunter, so let's try this out, shall we? Should I use Donna Troy? I don't know. I'm going to not use her, and if we fail, we'll come back and we'll use her. The only issue, I think, facing us right now is the fact that they all have debuff immunity on their kits, or in them right now. So give me some crit ups. Do some extra damage. Not a lot of damage, but it's also a rebirthed character, so we're not too worried about any of that right now. Cool, cool. They're still missing my Eclipso, except for apparently Red Robin, who just cannot miss. Can't miss, apparently, and just doesn't like to miss. That's annoying. That's also annoying. Now we're going to taunt because we need to protect my team. We're going to stun some Hal Jordan so he can stop giving shields out to people. That'd be nice. Alright. Threw a debuff or a buff immunity on. Oh shit, Etrigan, what? Okay, wow. Wow. Okay, wow. Very well. I see you, fam. I see you. We're gonna do this anyway. We're gonna get better. We're gonna pick a different team. We're gonna come back at you. We're gonna be resilient. Because resilient is how you win. This team did really well against Hal Jordan earlier, so we're gonna try it again. They're not gonna get their enrage that Eclipso gave last time, so that's a little unfortunate, but let's see if we can't remove some of those buff immunities. Wow, they're all so damn fast. Stop being so fucking fast. Okay, here we go. Like shaking my camera now. Alright. Red Robin is the most annoying one on their team. The absolute most goddamn annoying. He's a support character that like literally beats the shit out of everyone. I hate it. I'm curious what just happened. So Ultraman had an out of turn attack right there, right? I'm thinking it's because of the fact Lex was stunned. Since Lex was stunned, at the end of his turn, Ultraman still got his out of turn attack off. Because stun only has a 1-turn duration, excuse me, the stun did not get transferred to the enemy team, is what I'm thinking happened. I'd have to go back and rewatch it, but I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. God damn it. I'm going to taunt because Donna Troy there is full of agility downs, which means that she is squish right now. Super squish. There we go. Now we can apply this buff immunity. We almost killed that freaking Red Robin. Who's invisible? Oh, freaking Green Arrow. I was like, why is Red Robin getting some freaking invisibilities? No one's invisible. I guess Castaway is. Or not Castaway. You know what I mean. I can't think right now. It's fucking 1 a.m. Alright, Etrigan. We see you. You can stop now. Alright. We're going to silence him so he can't get any more heals. I did have a debuff. We got our out of turn attack off. Freaking phenomenal. Keep going, Ultraman. You're kicking some dick. Look at the survivability of this team. Like, Lex keeps me so far overhealed. It's ridiculous. I need them to stop being invisible so I can literally just kill them right now. That would be so nice. So freaking nice. Can you just do that for me? Please. Okay. That was pretty good damage, actually, for Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan takes, like, no damage. He never, ever takes damage. I'm gonna do that. No turn for you. And then we're gonna AoE, buff immunity them, kill off a douchebag, stun some mofos, kill some mofos. Nope, not quite yet. We're getting lots of out-of-turn attacks. Like, this villain comp is beautiful. And even though, like, our last team got destroyed, like, destroyed. And now this team is, like, full health, hell of a lot more, like, overheal going on. Almost full shield on everybody except for Donna Troy, who's just kind of, like, has no way to protect herself. She only gets 1 awareness, which is not good enough to protect herself. But damn. God damn. I'm going to put this on auto now. Because why not? They're going to destroy this team. I'm almost out of coffee. Almost done here, guys. We just have to survive long enough to kill Etrigan. And as long as Orm keeps him nice and silent, he can't heal himself. He's a sitting duck, dead in the water. Dunzo. We just went 8-14. Just changed the team a little bit. Un poquito. And now we got all 14 points. How freaking phenomenal is that? Hoo-ha, hoo-ha-ha. Alright. So let's see what else is out there. I feel like they're downloading something like right now. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing because like I suddenly had like a slowness to that fight, and I didn't like that. Alright, so we have Wonder Girl on the team. So we are switching Eclipso out, and we're putting in Donna Troy. There she blows. Excuse me. This team is going to be interesting because they have a Penguin and a Power Girl and a Red Hood. And I'm not sure what the synergy really is here on that team because Penguin's the only one who can shield him, which means he's the only one that can help himself taunt. Wonder Girl just makes everything better, I guess, which sucks, but so be it. We have Brainiac on the team to protect ourselves from Wonder Girl. Nobody can taunt right now, except for Power Girl, who already had a taunt. So, for some reason, her AI was like, oh, I have taunt? I'll just get another one. Like, I don't need it right now, but I'll just do it. Which is fine by me, because that means you waste a turn. That was her turn, so she can have that whip. I will concede 1 whip, but none other shall have whips. None other? What? You did not just, like, unstun yourself, you little shit. Alright, we are actually going to... We're not going to heal ourselves, we're going to take Wonder Girl out because she is a threat. She is a real, legitimate threat. Want to protect my boy a little bit. He's currently debuffed. So is my Owlman, so... Hopefully we get some more out-of-turn attacks here. And now that Wonder Girl is gone, I don't have to worry about the whip anymore. I do need to worry about Red Hood, because Red Hood is a bitch. Alright, we're going to do buff immunity. That was pretty good damage right there, actually. That was really good damage. Penguin can no longer taunt right now. Now he can, because his turn is up. There we go. Look at that damage. Gonna get another taunt here. Oh, no. There goes my turn meter. Okay, so we've got some debuffs now. Now we can throw some bleeds back at the enemy. I hope he throws bleeds. He just threw, like, strength down. Shit. Can you just kill him? Thank you. I don't want him on the team anymore. Alright. We're basically just continuously buffing. I think that was the overheal. I can't tell, because I had heal immunity on, so I should not have gotten any of that. I'm going to try and... kill this Red Hood. Oh, shit. Damn it, I thought I could survive. I guess not. 'Tis unfortunate, but we had a good chance there, actually. That was a pretty good chance. We were doing well until Red Hood just came out with all those bleeds. And then if I took that legendary point on his basic, Ultraman would have thrown more debuffs off of him because he had so many debuffs on him. That would have been very beneficial to have lost more bleeds off of me and then thrown them on the enemy. So that's really cool. So far, I'm liking him. He does the damage. He survives pretty well. He only really died there because of those bleeds. He didn't die because they actually dealt damage to him. Power Girl hit him with AoE multiple times. A lot of stuff happened multiple times. So this is what worries me, because Lex right there, Lex made speedsters relevant again, because, like I said earlier, you need to have the faster character, and then you basically win, because your entire team is going to get at least one, potentially more turns, before my team even gets a turn, right? So, I'm kind of curious. I have Brainiac on my team, though, which gives me an extra 15% turn meter, which means I might actually be faster than the Flash. So, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try this team specifically. Yeah, because I can open up with the AoE buff immunity if I'm faster, and that will shut Lex down. That's the goal. I'm glad I found a Lex team, especially a Rebirth Lex team. So let's see if I'm faster than this Flash. I hope to God that I am. I'm praying to Lord Jesus. Alright, cool. We are indeed faster. Not by much, but we are faster. No buffs for you. You can be as fast as you want, but you don't get any buffs this turn. Nope. Sorry, pal. And then I'm going to try... Bane is a problem, so we're going to try and kill him first. But Lex is also a problem. So I'm actually going to do my best to slaughter him now. Awesome. He's gone. Now they don't get those heals. They don't get those turn meters, those intelligence ups. Because those intelligence ups would have really benefited Zod, actually. So, glad that's not a thing anymore. Very, very happy that is... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Now we're going to spread some taunt love. I'm actually just going to put this on auto, because I'm pretty sure I can handle this on auto. Had to get my handy-dandy phone charger out now. Come on now. Do what I say, you hear? Oh shit, is that Flash actually gonna kill him? Oh shit! Okay. What? Butt clencher. Oh wow. Should not have put that on auto. I forgot Flash can attack through awareness. I've got so much awareness. The Owlman buffs are key. They're freaking key. Glad I slowed that down. We still came out victorious, though. Against a Rebirth 2 Lex with a Flash. You just need a Brainiac, basically, to counter that right away. That's awesome. That's a really cool team. I know it didn't work really well against that 8-14 earlier, but I'm pretty happy so far with the Ultraman. I think that's pretty good. A pretty good preview of Ultraman. I wish. I don't know. We saw that heal once during when I was up against that Red Hood. I think somehow I managed to pull off a heal, even though I'm pretty sure I had heal immunity on. But I saw his health go up. Oh, it was the stamina ups. That's what it was. Shoot. Well, that's unfortunate, but I've run out of time, as my battery likes to tell me. But yeah, so he throws debuffs back at your targets. He throws debuffs back at random enemies passively. He gets out of turns when you pair him with villains, which seems to work out pretty often. We saw him do it multiple times. He's very tanky. Only seems to have problems against bleeds, and I guess the Flash. It's the Flash, and it was also a Rebirth 2 Flash. So let's not get that mixed up, shall we? Very good character. I don't know if he's meta defining, but that AoE buff immunity, even when you're not up against a Lex, I think that's going to be pretty crucial. That's a move that like can stunt a team completely. Basically, shut them down for at least a turn. Right? They're not going to be able to taunt that first turn. They're not going to be able to gain some buff that they need in order to pull out a win. Pretty good character. Pretty good character. So, if you guys enjoyed this, give me a like or a subscribe. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love of this community. I will continue to do these Siege character previews every month. But like I said, it won't be first day anymore. This is the last first day. And then patrons get first access starting in 2020. Enjoy, guys. Have a good night.